One of my most recent cases was frankly a case a lot of the attorneys wouldn't have taken. My client was rear-ended while taking her daughter to school and suffered no damage to her car at all. And by looking at her car, one wouldn't think she was hurt. Fortunately, she suffered a very serious neck injury and had to have neck surgery. We went to trial in her case, and obviously the issue is that there was no damage to her car. And she'd had some prior chiropractic treatment to her neck, and for that reason they said that there's no way her neck could have been injured in this. The thing that sets this case apart was my client. She was just absolutely one of the best people I've ever met. One of her friends, she referred to her as a saint, and I really truly believe that was true. And getting to know her and talking about the circumstances around her case, one of the things that drove me and really touched me was asking her what she really thought she expected as an outcome in this, and she told me a story about how she was driving and she listens to a Christian radio station, and as she was listening to it, the sun peeked through the clouds and she just knew everything was going to be all right. And to have somebody with that kind of faith is rare now. It really is. And it truly, truly, truly touched me to have somebody like that. And she was such a special person. And the jury saw that. And the thing that most attorneys wouldn't consider is the first thing I ask is, well, there's no damage to your car. What does the other car look like? In this case, the other car had significant damage, had to be towed from the scene, and I believe that this case really illustrates that, and from my perspective, that not to just look at half the story. What's the real story? And if you looked at her car and said, oh, she couldn't have had a neck surgery because nothing was wrong with her car, how about the other car? What was the other person doing? And unfortunately, it was a 18-year-old girl smoking a cigarette and looked down and never ever saw anything. And it ran into the back of her. And at the end of the day, her credibility, clients was paramount. And I'm a huge believer in that you can't tell somebody that they're hurt. You have to show them. And she never ever complained. I never ever heard her complain about her injury, even though she had a very, very significant injury and still continues to suffer from it. The things that she found, things that hurt her and affected her, is because she couldn't clean her house and she didn't feel right about that. And it illustrates just what a great person she was. And that's the most important thing in trying a case, is finding the story and how it affects you, and being honest and being credible about it. Because at the end of the day, you have to tell the truth, and people may not be very smart, but they're pretty smart about people. And so if you try to tell them some kind of BS story, they're going to know it. So be credible and be real.